Hi everybody, it's Gail with Shabby Cottage Studio. I hope this finds all of you doing well. It's a gloomy, rainy, kind of chilly day here in Tennessee. So I thought this would be a good time to sit down and do a flip through of my latest tall skinny journal. I created this journal from the latest digital collection I released, and that was the video before this one, and you can see that and all the pages that are in that kit if you so choose. This journal is a single signature journal, and it's about 10 3/4 inches tall and about 4 inches wide, and I did a 5-hole pamphlet stitch for the binding. I have wrapped sari silk around the journal for closure, and it is removable. All of the tags and journal cards and pieces of ephemera that are in this journal are removable. I have left a lot of writing room, and I've also left a lot of room for whoever gets this journal to do their own decorating. I have added a lot of ephemera in places so that they can be taken out and used in the decorating process if someone so chooses. I just think that somebody should have as much fun decorating this journal as I did. So it was difficult to stop, but I finally did it. Let me show you the journal. But first, before I do, I wanted to show you these twisted tangles. Aren't they cute? These were originally done by Donna over at Twisted Paper Studio, and I will put a link to her channel in the description box below. It's just a fun way to use up your scraps. So while I still had scraps on my table for making this journal, I thought, well, those would be perfect to make some twisted tangles and attach it to this cover. And it's on a bulb pin, so it's removable if someone doesn't like it, or you could add it elsewhere in the journal. But I just wanted to show you these. I had so much fun making these that I made some others. I'll just bring them up close to you. So see, they're just scraps and a bulb pin, and then whatever you want to add to it. Now these I all added buttons and some little glass crystal danglies. This is an image that I reduced in size from Sampool Designs and just added that to this little tangle. And then the last one is this. And here we have a little piece of sari silk trim that I had left over, and I just glued it to the scrap. And I just, I love polka dots, so I thought that was cute. So anyway, I just wanted to show those to you because I think they're adorable, and I know that I will be making more. Especially when I'm making a journal and I've got the scraps already sitting on the table, how easy is it to just put some together and make the tangles? So anyway, I think I probably better unpin this. I think I could untie it and with it on, but I think I will undo it. I just want to show you these little words. I have an old typewriter, and I just take some brown paper or old book page paper that's blank, and I like to just type words or little phrases and then tear them out and use them as I like. And it is embossed, so I thought that was really cute. Alright, so let's get into this journal. In the Faded Grace kit, I supplied a page of washi tape strips. I'm going to open this so you'll see. That is the page, that's one of the pages that's in the kit, and I originally designed these so that you could cut them or tear them apart and use them like washi tape. But when I was playing around looking for what I wanted to use for the cover, I loved this, and so I thought, well, if I love it, then I need to make it my cover. So that's what I did. And then I've just added some little pieces of really pretty lace, embroidered lace on the spine. That's the back. And because this was busy, I left it. I didn't decorate it, but my thought was whoever gets this journal might want to do a little decoration on the cover. So I left that part there. And then when you open it, on the first page, I've got some pockets. Now I used the Faded Grace digital kit, and then I used just bits and pieces from other kits that I have in the shop, and the kits that I used pages from, I will list them in the description box below. In this pocket, I have put a couple pieces. Let's do this one first. This is one of the envelopes in the kit. I've embossed the back. I think you can see it there. Added a little piece of fabric and some aged tape and some fun trim. On this side, this little rhinestone button is just one of the little pieces in the kit, and I use that to close the envelope. And then there is a journal card. This also comes in the kit that I put inside with some stained paper on the back. And I lined the inside of the envelope with some text page. I also used some acrylic gold paint and added some on the edges of this envelope. The other thing in this pocket is a piece from a play, a French play, and I'm not sure the date on this paper, but it would, I'm going to say 1800s. That's going to be my uneducated guess. So that is what's in the pockets. Excuse me. Let's put that in that way. And then on this side, I took an envelope and collaged the envelope, left the window, and I slid a tag inside and collaged the tag also. I've added some of my watercolor doodles, and I did some stamping. Used some of the background paper in the kit, and some little scraps that I had, little embossed, little script, and then did a little bit of collage on the back of the tag. I have stitched all the way around the tag, done kind of like a messy stitch. So that is the tag that goes inside the envelope. There is the inside is covered with paper. This is newsprint. Let me get it up closer. This is some newsprint that has like a gray tone to it. I really like it. And it's very thin. And I stamped some script and some rows on it. And then inside the envelope, I used some of the same paper that I had stamped on. And just did a little lace and some sari silk, some text paper, and a little scrap. So that is that tag and the envelope. If I can get it back in. There we go. And this is a flip. So there is journaling room here, and then this also flips, more journaling room. Over here someone could add a picture or what I want to say, just paper. Just some paper if they want to add to it, and then journal on that. There is some writing room here. I think it's light enough that you could write on it. So that is the front pages. On the other side, what I did was, let me pull these out. I'll show those to you in a second. This is the flap of the envelope. So I just folded it over and I attached it at the bottom and along this edge, and I am using it as a tuck spot. And then in that tuck spot I have added some of the washi tape paper and original postcard that I embossed and then added a little label. That's the back side of it. I stamped on some of my stained paper. I just did some stamping, and this is some of the background paper in the kit. So these could be added anywhere someone wanted to decorate with them. And then I just tucked in a couple little pieces of my watercolor doodles, and these are done on just some old book page. So I tucked those in there too. I thought all the colors worked together pretty well. And then I just added one of my little labels over here in the corner. Did some stitching on the edge. Another label. Fabric tab. Over here I did a lace belly band. So this is an original postcard of the Castel St. Angelo in Rome. And then just vintage hem page. I added a little bit of paper on the edge of this because this is a vintage receipt, and I just wanted to strengthen the edge of the paper a little bit for turning. And then I did a little tuck spot up here in the corner and added one of the little tags. I cannot talk this morning. There's nothing new in that though. Anyway, I added one of the little tags in that's from the kit. I did not put anything on the tag except to cover the back with some craft paper, and then someone can use this for however they want in decorating. And the same with this journal card that was in the kit, and then just backed it with some stained paper. This is part of an pocket. This is part of a pocket. I'll show you that in a moment. It's vellum that has been embossed and then sprayed with some distress inks and gilded with some acrylic gold paint. I thought the color turned out really, really pretty. So just a little corner tuck spot up there. This is some stained lace paper. Some of my stained pastel paper. It's an image from the kit. On this page I added a tuck spot, and it is from the collage sheet that is in the kit. I've done some, I don't know if you can see that, the shine on that. There you go. Some heat embossing on the bottom of this page, and then I have a tab up here that is the Tim Holtz fabric washi tape. This is a piece of Italian, it's from the 1800s, Italian newspaper with a little fabric swatch there, and then one of the journal cards from the kit. And then I just put some quotes in my computer and printed them out on some brown wrapping paper. So I was thinking of things that someone who had this journal could play with, and did some stitching on the edge of the paper. Added some more antique book page. French. I do believe it's French. I'm sure if I'm wrong, someone will correct me. Just some stained paper. And then on this page, I did a little tuck up here. And in the tuck, I added one of the cute little tags, not tab, tags from the kit. And one of the journal cards, and just added a little scrunched up sari silk there. And those just tuck in. This is the center of the journal, and what I did was I did the binding with a waxed thread. And I'm trying to get so you can see, I left it very long with the idea that someone could come along if they wanted, and they could add some beads or little danglies to this. They could come in and tie this in a bow for the center of the journal, or they could come in and just cut it very short and leave that as a center. But I decided that I would not make that decision. I would leave that up to whoever gets this journal. Let me take these out and I can show you. This is the vellum pocket that I did on the this is the pocket that I did on the vellum, where I embossed it and sprayed it with some distress inks. And then the gold is just acrylic gold paint. It's a gold that I like, and I just came in with my fingers and just kind of lightly rubbed over the top of the embossing. I was trying to just catch the tops of the embossing. And then inside this little pocket, I added one of the tabs there I go again, one of the tags, and put some brown packing paper on the back and left some of the edges showing. And then this is also in the kit. It's one of the two file folders, mini file folders. This is some roses that I printed on fabric, and then I put some colored paper underneath it and a quote here. Added, just did some gesso over everything to kind of distress it. And then the inside, this could be left as is. You could add papers and make a little notebook out of it, a little scrappy notebook, whatever you wanted. So that's in that pocket. And then another little fabric tab, not tag, tab. I got my tabs and my tags all mixed up. Some aged tape. And then here I put in a tall pocket. This has been printed on fabric, and then I did some lace underneath it, some vintage text page. Put that all down. Did a tall tag, not a tab, tag, and did some stamping on the back. Added a little ticket and a sorry topper. This beautiful young lady is also in the kit. This is an image from the kit, and this is just a piece of vellum that I've printed on with the design, very faint. I added again some antique book page, but this just lifts up. I've stitched. This just lifts up so you could do some journaling underneath. Another pocket. The bottom of this pocket is embossed. And then one of the tags from the kit with some sari silk and stained paper on the back for writing. This label, I'm sorry, I don't remember. Okay, on this side I've taken some of the paper that was in the kit and made a tuck spot. I'm going to take these out for a moment. Made a tuck spot and then added this young lady from the kit. And then there's just a little piece of fabric for a tab. This I do know is from Heather at Ruby and Pearl, and I printed that on fabric. This is just some French ephemera. I love the way they folded it. It was some kind of payment, some kind of form for a payment. And of course it's pink. I can never get enough pink. So, and then I took a couple of the, again, the little tags from the kit, and I did not do anything to them. I'm leaving that for the new owner. This is just a scrap of some French, some kind of French document. I'm not sure what. Might have had something to do with taxes. I'm not 100% sure. And then again, one of the tags from the kit, all ready to decorate and add a topper. So again, I just wanted to add some ephemera in for whoever gets this kit to play with and have some fun decorating. This is the other side of that receipt. And then when you turn that over, I have clipped in with one of those little tiny paper clips. They're so cute. One of the postcards from the kit. And what I did to this was I dry brushed some gesso over the postcard. I embossed it and then came in with a white gel pen and just kind of traced over the embossing lines. This is another image that I printed on fabric, and there's some gesso over that. I just wanted to give it kind of an aged look, and some lace and some text page under there, and then the back has just got some craft paper. And of course I stitched around the image. I think That's ruby and pearl, I think. Okay. Then this pocket, if you've seen any of my other journals, I know you've seen this image before because it's absolutely one of my favorites. It's just, to me, it's a slice of life in the past that absolutely fascinates me. The carriages and the dress and just the atmosphere of it with the rain and the slick streets. There's just something about it that appeals to me. So I've added a little label. I've added some vintage book page up here. Actually, I think that's a vintage newspaper, Italian. This is from a antique French book, and I was able to take it out with the little signature intact, and the paper is wonderful. It's very tactile, very textural. I'm thinking it might be cotton rag paper, not 100% sure. And then I did a tall tag. This tag is in the kit, and all I did was add a label and some sari silk, and I glued it to some stained paper. So that goes in there. And of course, I think I said all of these things are removable and can be replaced or moved around, whatever somebody wants to do. Over here, I did some more of the gold heat emboss. I love this gold. And then on this side, I just did a little clip. And in the clip, I added, this is part of the collage page in the kit, which is a scan of some of my hand-painted roses that I did on some shorthand. I have a couple books that have shorthand in them. I think they're textbooks. And so I just took a page out of one and painted on that. And then some of the tickets from the kit. And I just slipped those under one of these clips. And then on the back page, on the other side of the clip, is one of the policy envelopes in the kit. And then I just added some of my watercolor doodling that I did on some book page and added just a little snippet of embroidered lace right there. I've used a label to hold the clasp, the flap. I've used the label as the clasp to hold the flap. And then inside, this is one of the tall, large kits from, tags from the kit. I am just tongue-tied today. So, and again, I didn't do anything to it. I leave that up to the new owner. And then this just slips under the label and goes right in there. Then on the back page, I've done one more pocket, and then on top of the pocket I did a little lace pocket. This is a really pretty lace. So it's a little pocket. This image, she is in the kit, and then the image, the border, the black and cream border around her, what I did was, there is another file folder in the kit, and I took part of that and put it on my die cutter. I cut out a circle and then used that to look like the border on this image. Inside this little pocket, I've added a little playing card, the 6 of spades, and some of my labels. Those are in my shop. And then some of the tickets, more tickets from the kit. And then inside the pocket, I had some handmade paper in the color of pink that I love. And I just did a little collage with some lace and some fabric and some text paper. And this young lady I fussy cut, she's also in the kit. This paper is embossed. And then inside, I just folded it in half. And then inside, I just added some scrappy papers that I had laying on the work table as I was putting this journal together. Used one of the tickets from the kit, stapled it, and you've got a scrappy little notebook. And then one last tag. This is again one of the tall tags from the kit. And I've added some pale pink sari ribbon to the top and just glued it to some of my stained paper. So that's the tall and skinny journal using the Faded Grace digital kit. And I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed putting it together. I will see you soon. So bye-bye.